Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pen Tool Challenge Part 2, Finish and Cut. Okay, so what are we going to learn? How to finish and turn in the project and how to get it cut out. Okay, so tune up, make sure it's 24 by 12 RGB and Adobe 6. Alright, so here's what this means. In order for the laser cutter to print it out, it has to be 24 by 12. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go File, Document Setup, and we're going to double check and make sure that when we edit the artboards, it is 24 inches by 12. That's good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go File. We're going to go to Color Mode. It needs to be in RGB color mode. That's good. So we're going to go Edit. We're going to go to Color Settings, and it needs to be, we need to have it emulate Adobe version 6. Okay, so we need to click on that drop down menu and make sure it's right there. Click OK. Alright, so we're in good shape. Now, we've got to, let's get rid of all this junk that we don't need. So we're going to turn off this layer. We don't need that. Okay, it looks like there's some funky stuff going on down here. Oh, let's turn off this funky little layer down here. Okay, so it looks like our sword is in good shape. Alright, so let's do this. So I'm going to select everything. So I'm going to click the selection tool. I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to make sure that everything, well, not everything. Let's do this. Let's select these things right here, and I'm going to select this thing right here, and this letter, and that should be it. I'm going to make sure that their strokes are 0.001 because these are all either cuts or etches. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this thing, and I'm going to make sure that the color on the, ooh, look at that, it's black. That needs to be red. Okay, 255. 0, 0. Now it's going to cut out the outside. Now let's look at this one. Okay, now this should be a etch. So I'm going to make that blue and no red. Okay, so that thing is going to be an etch. Let me just select all these and do the same thing. Hit Shift, 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 and all those are going to be etches. So all blue and 0, 0. Okay, now if I want the E cut out. Okay, I want that to actually be a cutout, so this should be all red, no blue, no green, and on all these double checking the stroke 0.001. Okay, so we're in good shape. So this is going to be a cut, that's going to be a cut, this is going to be a burn, but the outside is going to be an etch. Okay, so we're in good shape. Okay, now let's go back to the PowerPoint slideshow. So we're going to save this, file save, make sure we save all of our good changes. Okay, and okay, so we just went over there. The red line at 0.001 is a cut, a blue line is an etch, the black is deep, okay, white does nothing. So we know all that stuff already. Okay, so turn it into my Google Classroom. Alright, and so basically in order for me to get it and burn it and give you points for it, you need to turn it into my Google Classroom. There's a separate spiel for that. So I think you're done here. Let's see if there's anything else, but go to that separate spiel on how to turn things into my Google Classroom. And okay, so turn in the AI file to my Google Classroom, turn in the grade scale too, because I need to know what, number one, I need to have a place to put your grade, and number two, I need to know what material you want me to cut it out on. So I need you to turn in not only the Illustrator file that I was just showing you, but also the grade scale. So go to my website, find the grade scale, and turn these two things into my Google Drive. Watch the video, it should help you do it. There's a separate video on how to do it. Okay. By the way, you just took a bunch of notes for Part 1 and Part 2. Put these in your binder. We're going to turn them in all at once, and it's going to be a long time. I usually do quite a few lessons before we turn our notes in, so make sure that you're saving all the notes in the binder and not losing those, because like I said, they're worth a lot of points in